Yep.
You know, and who is it saying here? Yahweh, who is the Father, supposedly, of Yeshua? The only begotten, you know, all these things. It's the same person. It's going to be reigning. It's not going to be the Father's just staying up there in heaven while Yeshua's here. No, it says Yahweh himself shall reign.
God.
It's pretty simple. It says, And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion, the kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. Now why dost thou cry aloud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For pangs have taken thee as a woman in travail. Be in pain, and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered, for Yahweh shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. Now also many nations are gathered against thee, that say, Let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. But they know not the thoughts of Yahweh, neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. It just goes through that whole thing. Like, look at that verse earlier. It says, And I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh. Who's talking? That's Yahweh talking. I mean, he can talk in any way he wants to. Some of that you can't even, like, I know what it means, and you know what it means, but you can't sit there and try to break it down, because if you do, it doesn't matter, because the people that are going to understand it when they hear it.
They're going to understand it whether you, like, break it down and explain it or not.
Yeah, as you read that, it's just going to be plain as day.
Yep. I agree.
It should be, too.
What's that?
It should be that way.
It should be.
Oh, and the part where it talks about, the counselor and everything. Who's that?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And just like Paul, he wasn't taught by any, like, before he got, like, really into his ministry for Yeshua, with Yeshua and everything.
Oh, yeah, he was very book smart and followed the Sanhedrin and all that.
But the spiritual stuff and everything and the real
he was spiritually dead.
Spiritually. Yeah. Exactly. It says, Now gather thyself in troops, O daughter of troops. He hath laid a siege against us. They shall smite the judge of Israel with a rod upon the cheek. But thou, Bethlehem Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee he shall come forth unto me, that is, to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from old, from everlasting.
Yeah, I love that verse right there.
I know.
What's that last part say? Whose going forth have been from old, from everlasting, always?
Right. Exactly. Yep. And also, too, the part that says, though thou be little among thousands, like, even if you're like us, we're little amongst, like, all the...
Oh, yeah.
But God can still use us mightily.
Well, it's symbolic. I mean, think about it this way, too. You have people like Paul, who are very book smart. They're like, in my mind, you think of, like, the Baptist, Presbyterian people, like, the real...
Right.
Caught up in, and the Catholics, well, the Catholics are all kinds of weird stuff. But they're the ones who need the spiritual side. They need to open up to that. Well, you have this people who are charismatic, like we talked about. They just need the knowledge. They just need to start seeing the knowledge, and then they'll come to that. They're both backwards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. They have, like, one little part or whatever, and...
But they both deny each other, you know what I mean? They deny each other.
Yeah, I know. Messed up.
Yeah.
Therefore, will he give them up until the time of travail, or until the time that... What does it say? Until the time that she which travail hath brought forth. Then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel, and he shall stand and feed in the strength of Yahweh, in the majesty of the name of Yahweh his God. And he shall abide for now, and he shall abide, for now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth. And this man shall be the peace. When the Assyrian shall come into our land, when he shall tread in our palaces, then shall we raise up against him 7 shepherds and 8 principal men. And they shall waste the land of Assyria with the sword, and the land of Nimrod, and the entrances thereof shall he deliver from the Assyrians. When he come into our land, or when he cometh into our land, and when he treadeth within our borders. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as the dew from the Lord. Amen. As the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep.
So sad.
So if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth to pieces, and none can deliver. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. And I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. And I will cut off the witchcraft out of thy land, or out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee. Thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hand. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee. So will I destroy thy city. And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard.
That's powerful.
Don't blame.
No. We're there. We're getting there.
Yep. We're in that time.
Exactly. But now it's the next verse. Chapter 6. Hear ye now what Yahweh saith. Arise, contend thou before the mountains, and let the hills hear thy voice. Hear ye, O mountains, Yahweh's controversy, and ye strong foundations of the earth. For Yahweh hath a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Israel. O my people, what have I done unto thee? And wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants. And I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. O my people, remember now what Balak king of Moab consulted, and what Balaam the son of Beor answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteousness of Yahweh. Wherewith shall I come before Yahweh, and bow myself before the high God? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a year old? Will Yahweh be pleased with thousands of rams, with 10,000s of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Yahweh's voice.
Rather than sacrifice.
Well, it's the same thing Yeshua taught. See, there's no difference between the Old Testament and New Testament.
Right.
It says, Yahweh's voice crieth unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall